I like to be outside. I like to record videos outside. I like to do all of this outside. But then it's like I get out here and there's cars up and down the street and neighbors walking and talking on the phone and somebody over here honking their horn and this person doing that and the wind blowing super hard through the trees. And so it's like, man, I want this good background, but let me get me a better mic, or maybe this mic is fine and I'm just thinking too much about it. Um, Something that I've been thinking about as well, on top of all of these things that we've seen for the past couple videos, is just that, you know, there's only one way that a human being can be made, right? We all know that. I was thinking about how long that's been happening on this earth. And the fact that we're standing here today is a result of generations of generations of generations of survival of two people coming together and creating a child and surviving through wars, through storms, through hardships, through highs, through lows, through slavery, through this, through that. We are a result of that. We're living on this earth with bloodlines that are ancient. We have bloodlines that go back thousands of years, and I think that I'm not sure what it is in modern philosophy or modern thought that has us so fixated around like the past 200 something years. But if we understand, you know, we have people that can draw back, you know, two, three, four generations to the early 1900s, even into the 1800s. One of my family members, they have a family book that goes back to the 1100s or something like that. Another one of my family members, they got a lot of deep family records of their great grandfather 5 generations removed, right? That he was this guy in India, or there was this guy in Europe, or this person over here. So many generations, just that my family can tell me about my bloodline all the way back almost 1,000 years at this point, right? And I think that there's something that's so special about that and so delicate about that, right? Let's not forget who we are, where we come from, what our bloodline is. Understand the wisdom that's passed down to you even from your grandparents, the love that's passed down to you and the wisdom passed down to you even from your grandparents and your great grandparents. This is not something that just started with our lifetime. This is a continuation of generational wisdom that's been going on for thousands of years. The love and the wisdom and the teachings that we've learned, that have been given to us, have been continuing for over thousands of years. At least 10,000 years we've had this continuation. And from my understanding, the point of religion and the point of the coming of prophets and really the purpose of this is for the redemption of a people that have lost that. The redemption of a people that have lost the principles of their forefathers, that have lost the love of their ancestors, that have lost that spirit, that have lost those teachings, that have lost the identity of who they are. Now a prophet comes to them to redeem them from falling into the ways that they have fallen into. I think that there's something so delicate about this, and this is why, for me and for so many of us that have come to this conclusion that I've come to in the Moorish Science Temple of America, because those people of Asiatic descent, calling themselves Negro, Black, and Colored, of which I was a part, you know, so-called African Americans, so-called Black people, whatever, needed to be redeemed from that very essence of not knowing who our ancient forefathers were, not knowing where we came from, right? And the Negro, Black, and Colored in slavery, the identity that we hold on to have been erased. Our true religion, our true faith, our true creed had been taken away from us and replaced with one that was somebody else's. Right? I'm not saying it's a bad creed, a bad religion. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing at all. What our belief is in the Moorish Science Temple is that everyone is to worship under their own vine and fig tree, and every nation forms their religion for themselves and their people. There's only one God, and everybody sees God differently, and everybody worships God differently. Just follow the worship of your forefathers, right? The true and divine creed of your forefathers. And we had stepped away from that. We had stepped away from the true and divine creed of our forefathers, right? Which we teach is 5 simple principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, right? And those are 5 extremely important principles that I see in all religion: Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Confucianism, Buddhism. All of the religions hold on dear to those 5 principles. So this is something that I was just thinking about, because you have ones that say they're spiritual, not religious, and I think that that's a step forward. Religion, we've been fed a misconstrued ideology of what religion is supposed to mean or what it's supposed to look like. And so I understand people that are like, oh, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. I used to be like that. And there's so much wisdom, but what I'm saying is they talk about how, they talk about the ancestors. They talk about the spirit in your bloodline. They talk about the wisdom in your bloodline, the wisdom in who you are and where you've come from. And I think that there's validity and that there's truth in that, because we have thousands of years upon thousands of years upon thousands of years, right, of survival. And in this body right now, we're a result of thousands of years of survival, of thousands of years of wisdom, of thousands of years of struggle, of thousands of years of prosperity, thousands of years of teaching, thousands of years of love, thousands of years of hate, all of these years of all of this, all the way back to the very first person on this planet Earth. The fact that we're still here is a unbroken chain, an unbroken line to the very first human being that was formed in flesh. That unbroken chain, that unbroken line to the very first human being that was formed in flesh. We have that in this right here. This is why we're all brothers and sisters, right? Because it goes back to him and the first people on earth, the first human beings on earth are still here today. We're the continuation of these people. They are ancient forefathers, right? We're a continuation of their love, of their truth, of their peace, their freedom, and their justice. We're a continuation of their bloodline. We're a continuation of their family structure. We're a continuation of that, right? And so really think about the implication here. Really think about the length of time in which we're talking. 2,000 years ago was Jesus, and many thousands of years before him was Moses, and many thousands of years before him was Abraham, right? This type of thing. And many thousands of years, maybe not thousands, hundreds. If you look biblically, these people live 900 years, 500 years, this 100 years. You don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands. People are still trying to calculate that. What I'm saying is there's an unbroken chain of mankind, of life and death, of prayer and ritual and worship, and of the denouncing of prayer and ritual and worship, of conquering and war, of conformity and peace. And having that understanding is so important, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm at 12 minutes. I don't think that this is something that I need to go any more in depth of right now. Maybe I'll call this part one, but that's the ultimate point that I'm making is having that realization for me allows us to attempt to look at each other with a little bit more love, realizing that we're all on this world, on this earth together, and have strived and thrived for hundreds of thousands of years. Up until this very point, you that's watching this video are a result of thousands of years of survival, of thousands of years of prosperity, thousands of years of people loving each other, thousands of years of people hating each other. And you're standing here today with that in you, right? As a continuation of that, the wisdom of your people flows through your veins. The wisdom of your people has been passed down from generation to generation. That goes all the way back to the very first human beings on this earth. And it's still here today. It's not lost. We haven't lost it. It's not gone. It's our duty to restore this heritage, right? Some people have lost it. I fear that a lot of the people that have lost it are in positions of power. But so many people have not lost it in the sense that they have not given it up. Some people have given it up for the desires of the lower self. They've given it up for the desires that Satan, the whisperer, the tempter can offer them. Right? But if you're watching this video and you have the purity of heart and you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, understand that you can restore your heritage. Return to your ancient forefathers' divine creed and principles. Practice the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Love yourself for who you are in your mind as a child of God. Because your mind is the child of God. The body is just the suit that we inhabit, that we've continued to inhabit over thousands of years. And in that process, we have passed down the wisdom from our ancient forefathers. If we would just have the discernment to listen, it's been etched into our souls, it's been etched into our being, it's been etched into our essence. We just have to have the patience to listen. So, with that, I'm going to say peace.